Like over the last few years, I've really noticed that my hands have had a beating. I use my hands a lot in practice because I'm a myofascial therapist. I like to feel the release within the tissue, which is really, really effective. But over time, I just can't do that many treatments anymore. I'm getting to the point where I actually need to do less treatments or find a different way to treat. I really want to be able to do something to affect the fascia that isn't going to tax my body the way it has.
So I want to just ask one question about this around the yoga and movement therapies. How have you integrated that into practice? Like, do you feel it's more effective, less effective, or an adjunct? How do you feel like it's the best application?
With movement therapy, I've had my treatment outcomes, like, just, it's amazing. It's getting people to move, and I do like a full session of movement therapy. I do a combination of yoga, Pilates, and tensegrity repair, which is like a system of movements of the shoulders and arms. So reiterating that sort of connection to the body, connection to the floor, and from like that sort of core distal core expression. So keeping connected to the body while moving. I've watched people change the way that they stand, change the way they feel, and it's just amazing. Like, I leave the movement therapy session being like, yes, this is what I believe in. And like, honestly, it's like people go home and they feel their bodies, and that's one thing. It's like, I can release the whole outer structure if I don't get people connected to the integrity of their alignment within their bones and that connection to core midline. That basically those muscles are, those same fast twitch muscles are just gonna, try to do the stabilization. So it's about reiterating how we feel and lean.
Awesome. And it's exactly like that. So when you're actually looking at this, if I just was doing a regular treatment where I just had you on the table the whole time, yeah, they're going to feel better when they leave, but I really haven't made that much of a functional change, right?
Yeah. And part of that is like, an example that you kind of used earlier about range of motion, how like that is part of the treatment. Like, literally, I've had people come in and we're doing an exercise and they're like, oh, it hurts here. I'm like, okay, well, let's see, like, where can we engage here? Where can we like let go here? We do all the exercises. By the end, we do that same movement and they're like, oh, it doesn't hurt anymore. And so we've actually gone to the point where, yeah, we're not taking people past the edge of pain, but just to that edge and knowing that that edge is okay. And then they feel better going home to do, even if it's like they're stiff to begin with. The movement opens the tissue, it brings the circulation, it repatterns that movement that they're, basically guarding.
Excellent. Yeah, super cool.